When night has fallen, when fear is coming, still you're calling me. When faith is lost and my hope exhausted, you will be my strength. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. Yeah, I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. No. I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In every season, you keep repeating promises to me. Whoa, now there's no stopping what you have started until it is complete. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. Yeah, the sun says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. Yeah, I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. No, I feel it breaking out, breaking out. Hey, your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. No, I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In my
Hey everyone, and happy Easter. I'm Tori, and I am so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family. So if you're a teenager, this is for you. And you too, college students. And if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun, and we need you to lead the way. Adults, buckle up. This is Easter like you've never done it before. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you too. The only way not to have fun is to not participate. So look around. Is anybody missing? If so, hit that pause button and go get them. And grab your packet too. We're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are only two kinds of people in this world. People who love these things, you see that? And people like me. I just don't get it. How do you eat something that's this cute, but also so grainy? Let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you love to eat these things, or a thumbs down if you don't. Okay, There are a lot of different opinions out there. No matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you're going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peep jousting competition of all time. I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any Peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows will work as well. Team A gets a Peep and Team B gets a Peep. You can come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can use a marker or a Sharpie too to decorate your Peep and give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your Peep, give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your Peeps for battle. Stick a toothpick in each Peep to prepare them for battle. Think of the toothpick as a joust, a lightsaber, a sword. It just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward, just like this, toward the other Peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwavable plate. No social distancing is necessary. You want the Peeps to be close together and facing one another, just like this. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. But you won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the Peep drops their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop the microwave. Trust me on this one, families. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finished. It's go time. Press pause now and I'll wait here. Okay, how did it go? Who won? I want to see pictures, and make sure you post them with the hashtag EasterJam2020. Okay, I'll admit that was more fun than I thought. And also, this happened, yeah, gross. All right, are you guys ready for another game? For this one, you need a laundry basket and socks, like lots of socks. Clean, dirty, doesn't matter, as long as they have a match. All right, go grab those things, press pause, and I'll explain the rest. Got your Easter baskets and socks? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. You'll also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks will make their way back to the basket real soon. Then place the basket on the other side of the room. When I say go, players will grab a sock and go through the pile to find the matching ones, just like this. Then you'll roll the sock together in the shape of a ball, or like an Easter egg, and toss them just like this into the basket. Across the room into your laundry Easter basket. The player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end wins. If you don't have scorekeepers to help you count, you'll have to keep up with that number on your own. That means everybody's on the honor system, all right? And parents, I'm looking at you too. Okay, if needed, press pause now to get everything and everyone in position for the game. I'll wait here. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, and go. Families, come back over here. Who won? Okay, that was wild. Whoever won just gets socks. Oh, I'm just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Or maybe one of these. Or maybe not. That's gross. Okay, I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating today because it's Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know a lot of you have friends and families who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Okay, so I just got like 9 texts from our team saying Happy Easter. Even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy, and that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those things are awesome. It is still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the very first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent Him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have Him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release Him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of His own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked Him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then He died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely He was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took His body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now He was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days, but early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to remind the world that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about this. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive, and I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to the list of things that you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can blank because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss. When you're finished, meet me right back here. Awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him and what's going on right now in my life. And I hope that's true for you too. And I hope you've spent today making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here is one last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius at your house. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's an aunt, or even one of you 8th graders. Either way, decide who that person is right now. All right, do you got him? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside or sit on your couch and take a family photo. You can be dressed up or in your PJs, or totally normal, or a silly one, and you've got the ones that put the filters on your face and turn you into a bunny. No matter how you take your family picture, make it awesome. Then make sure to share it to social media and use the hashtag EasterJam2020 so we can see your family's Easter style. Now, more than ever, this is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy. So, grab your party blower from your kids and let's celebrate.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. Cross the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, you wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.